Weeks of negative publicity surrounding a conflict of interest due to the ANC's indirect stake in Hitachi Power Africa. Hitachi has come out setting the record straight. Hitachi Power Africa is of course the main contractor for the boilers in the Medupi and Kusile power stations. Joining me in studio now is Johannes Musel. He's the CEO of Hitachi Power Africa. Johannes, thanks for coming in this afternoon. Johannes, why has it taken so long to set the record straight? Because of course we know that this has been boiling up for the past couple of weeks.
Well, we had to make absolutely sure that everything that we were going to state in front of a press conference was correct, and we were in the meantime focusing on getting the job done while we had the legal side of things checked.
So really covering yourself in the past couple of weeks.
Yes. That's right.
Of course, we heard Robin say in that press conference that there was a due diligence when the stake was sold. How did the due diligence not pick up that the ANC was the main benefactor of Chancellor House Trust?
Well, I think there was nothing in the original wording of the trust that would have pointed that out. I think there was a minor difference in the original trust which referred to natural persons like the trust is doing now, which we pointed out yesterday, or previously disadvantaged black women, disabled people, etc. And then it also had a sentence in there, part of a sentence, which then said, or organizations that support them. Now you can read into that if that organization is not named what you want. But I think the intention initially probably was to have somebody that helps with the whole organization of distributing to the beneficiaries. And in essence, and I'm not going into details, and I'm also not a lawyer, this was removed to make 100% sure it is only referring to that group of people.
When you discovered that Chancellor House Trust was in fact the investment arm or an investment arm for the ANC, could you not have taken that stake back and sold it to another party?
Well, we tried to do that at the time, and there were discussions, and it was also very well covered by the press, and the decision from our Chancellor House Holding, who is our direct partner or shareholder, was not to disinvest, and there were no legal grounds on which to force a disinvestment.
But right from the very beginning that there was a sour taste around the whole thing. Allegations that the contract was awarded because of ANC influence. Of course, it was awarded by the then Eskom chairman, Vali Musa. Didn't you pick something up at that time that this wasn't going to be a clear thing going forward?
Well, I think there was absolutely no truth to that, and I think that has been proven that there has been an independent audit on the process, and the process was fair, and it was a fair competition. So we cannot go by rumors. We have to go by facts.
Now you say that the ANC won't benefit from the dividends when they do start getting paid out from these projects. How can you guarantee that, though? How can you guarantee that it will just go to previously disadvantaged people and not to the organisation that's supporting them?
Okay. Well, all we can do is we can make sure that what is specified in the trust is correct, and if you can't trust what is written in the trust, whom can you trust? And I think that question you would have to ask to the Chancellor House Trust, which is the shareholder of the Chancellor House Holding, which is our shareholder in turn.
Well, we do know that some members of the African National Congress, Matthews Poza for one, has said that they would look at selling the stake in Hitachi Power Africa. Would you be more comfortable if Chancellor House did sell its stake in Hitachi Power Africa and you could start with a clean slate on this whole issue?
Certainly.
Is this something you're discussing with them?
Not at the moment. It has been discussed previously, and as you have noticed, there's different opinions, and there's discussions within the shareholder organization, and we wait to hear what the outcome of this is.
Johannes, contract value 38.5 billion rand. You said at the press conference yesterday that the Chancellor House share of those profits would come in at about 50 million rand over 8 years. That seems pretty small for such a major contract. Why so little going to Chancellor House?
Well, if you look at the contracting structure, we've got a number of major subcontractors or partners, and through whom we're getting the plant built, be it for manufacturing, construction activities, and in that itself, we are already subcontracting out of the 60%, which is a local scope, approximately 40% to PE companies, including SME and BWO. So that there's a certain profit taking through the subcontracts, and then at the end of the day, and also linked to the particular industry we're in, the actual profit margins are fairly low. And then if you calculate from that, which is in the range of 1 to 3%, if you calculate from that what the stake is, or that Lenzer with the beneficiaries on an after-tax basis, you come up with an amount of about 50 million rand, excuse me, as where we stand today.
Of course, we know that the first of the power stations is only coming on stream in 2015. How confident are you can stick to that 38.5 billion rand budget?
Well, it's not purely related to us. I think we are quite confident this is a base state value, and it will obviously depend if there is any changes that the client wants from us to be implemented that could have an effect, but at the moment there's no significant changes that have been implemented or being implemented or discussed that would, as far as the boiler package is concerned, make a major difference.
Of course, I'm sure you'd rather be focusing on getting those boilers built at this stage. What sort of progress do you expect to make on that? When are we going to get started on those boilers?
Well, as far as Medupi is concerned, we're well on our way. Construction has started. As far as Kusile is concerned, the construction is expected to start later this year, and we're really looking forward to build those plants.
I'm sure we're looking forward to having that power of supply as well. Johannes, we have to leave it there, but thanks very much for coming into the studio today.